All right, welcome to another edition of Above the Bridge podcast. I'm your host, Thaddeus. Shout out to boy band John, our producer. What's up, John? Sick of it all. Right on. Okay, shout out to our sponsors, Defend Hawaii. Right now, if you go on defendhawaii.com, use promo code ATBPOD on checkout, 15% off everything you order. Again, ATBPOD upon checkout, 15% off anything you order online. defendhawaii.com. Also, detailgaragehawaii.com. Go online, same thing. ATB pod upon checkout, 15% off everything you order. So that's our two main sponsors, Defend Hawaii and Detail Garage Hawaii. Shout out to them. Okay, today's guest I'm super excited about. I've been watching his content on Instagram. He has the most funniest videos. To be honest, I just slid in his DMs and he responded, so now he's on the show. On Instagram, you know him as CUTLASS. His real name is KULANI Watson. What's up, brother?
How's it? Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, thanks for coming on, man. I never slid in many guys' DMs and got a response.
Like a slithery little snake, my guy. You just slid in. I accept it.
Nice. How did you come up with the name CUTLASS? I always wanted to figure that out.
Yeah. The first car I ever owned was a CUTLASS Oldsmobile.
Oh, that
and
makes sense.
Before all the comedy, I was making art. I was trying to push art a lot, like street art. And I was like, man, what's my tag? Like I was trying to be cool, you know. I was like, bro, what's my tag name gonna be? Because I can't just put my name and we'll get busted. But yeah, CUTLASS. I had the CUTLASS car back then, and it just stuck. So I used that for my Instagram name, CUTLASS. I used it as my kind of tag name for a little bit. And from there, just started. And then it went to comedy videos and just blew up. So. Oh,
that's pretty cool. At least there's a meaning behind it.
Yeah, that CUTLASS Oldsmobile. And that thing was a dump. I look cool in it though. You know, it's kind of low rider status, but.
Yeah.
How many times going down the pulley, no brakes?
Oh, yeah.
Brakes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the chance you take. Huh?
Yeah, I'm still here. So.
You still do street art?
I try to. I did a bunch of things. Like I did an Away series, kind of similar to Shepard Fairey, Banksy, kind of like the stencil style street art.
Oh, nice. What, spray or?
Was spray, and then was like wheat paper paste, and just print it out and then paste it out, kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
But that was like short-lived though. And I mean, that led into doing art for TNC Surf. I did at least, I would say like 20 plus shirt designs for them. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hey, Defend Hawaii is looking for some artists, bro.
I know. I see. I'm always kind of talking to them in the DMs a little bit.
Oh, brah, I'll link you up. Chris Mehula, that's like my brother. Yeah, he's my baby's godfather.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, we'll link it up for sure. Yeah, he's the reason why we're sponsored by them.
Yeah, I heard in the beginning. I was like, "Oh, Defend Hawaii!"
Yeah.
Joel, that.
Sounds cool, huh? Sounds cool when you hear it.
It's a little hey, by the way, we are sponsored by Defend Hawaii.
That day just showed me a couple shirts and stuff.
Hey, still bro. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, brah, all your videos going viral. I see I'm Hungry Hawaiian, like every single platform, Mean Hawaii. Like, what's going on, man? How did this even start?
It started, ever since I was a little kid, we had that little camcorder and we'd always make dumb videos and stuff like that. So, and then I grew up and stopped acting like an idiot. It wasn't until my wife and I moved to Utah. We went to live with family over there, try to get away from the expenses of Hawaii. You know, everything's getting expensive. So
for real,
moved to Utah, and then I linked up with this crew called Yosamo, Polynesian-based comedy, and everybody was just latching on to them. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I started doing content with them. Like if you go like down the wormhole of all my videos, like the first couple ones, you'll see that was the first time I kind of started doing videos for social media. From from there, it bumped up. We moved back to Hawaii, and I got to collaborate with Russell Satele. We had Jimmy, the Real Ati, Connected the Great, Keely Sosili, Mr. Coconut. Who else? There's just a bunch of guys that just welcomed me back home with open arms, and from there, the rest is history. Like I started to find my niche. Started to find out, okay, I don't have to. This guy's doing this, so maybe I'll just kind of try to do this, kind of thing. And then over time, I was like, this is what I think is funny, and I'm just gonna push it and see if people like it. So, and people since then, people have been liking it.
Yeah, for real. How do you come up with your content? Like, you guys sit down and like talk about it, or it's like sit down and just kind of run some ideas through each other, or you guys storyboard it, the whole thing, or?
In the beginning, it was just show up, and it was like we talk kind of like how we're doing right now. We're just talking story. Everybody just chilling, and this is pre-COVID, so everybody's just talking story. It's like, oh, bro, I had this idea, and then right as they say the idea, somebody else like builds on the idea, and it just keeps on getting bigger until it's like, okay, we got something, and then we film it, and once we're done with that, we're like, again, go sit down, talk story, and then boom, oh, I got another idea. So in the beginning, it still is that way to a certain extent, but from the beginning, it was like that, and then now it's kind of, as we're working with businesses, it's more storyboarded kind of thing. It's like there's a whole script, and there's characters, character names, and all this stuff. So it's kind of built up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. When you work with businesses, do they kind of let you guys do your thing, or you gotta kind of adhere to what their corporate shit, or you can just do your guys' stuff?
For the most part, they just let us do our thing. There's the corporate side of it where they're like, oh, maybe don't swear in the video, or maybe don't punch, no violence in the video. We did one of the first ones we wrote. This was a collaboration in writing between myself and Hawaii Self Storage, and that one, I just wanted a slipper thrown at my face for some reason, I was like, bro, it'd be so funny. In my head, I'm like, bro, it'd be so funny if you could just throw a slipper at my face, and somehow the skit would revolve around it or something, And it came out really good. They got a bunch of people that would message them and call them and let them know, bro, that's one of the funnier commercials that you had and stuff like that. So, but I think there was one person that just came on and was like, I don't. They had an issue with the slipper being thrown at the face, and I was like, "Oh, you can't win them all."
Always get one person out that messes things up.
I like it when Karen and the fire.
Yeah, I always gotta have one.
I'm the one that took the slipper to the face. What are you talking about?
I know.
But yeah, it's like that kind of stuff. Things that we're like, oh, this is, it's not too violent. It's pretty funny and everything like that. But yeah, we try to adhere to everything for the most part. Everybody free reign. They watch our videos and they're like, love it. Just do whatever you guys do. And yeah,
that seems the more organic you guys are working with each other. I think that would be the best way to go.
Yeah,
let you guys do your thing.
Yeah, because we all have that. We all have I don't know how to say it correct. Like we're all comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
We all know like each other's characters and kind of quirks, and so nobody really puts a damper on that. To be honest, they just like, no, do your thing, and we'll see how it goes, But when it's written out, they can see it and visualize it, and they can be like, oh, maybe change this, maybe tweak that, maybe take that out, and then so it's easier for them.
And you guys shoot it yourself, or they kind of bring a camera crew or whatnot?
We shoot it ourselves, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Sometimes it's on like the iPhone. Sometimes we have help from Valen Olo.
Oh yeah, shout out to Valen.
Yeah, shout out to Valen. He helped us on the first Residence Inn videos, so his gear came in real handy on that one. But you look at what iPhones can do now, shooting 4K.
Oh yeah.
set, like, and I can see people like when we walk in, we have our tripod and it's like, oh, that's one fancy tripod. And we bring out and we bring out our phone and we're like,
It
oh,
works.
it's kind of crazy, yeah, bringing out one phone. But then they see the finished product and they're like, oh, this is better than any commercial that's on TV. So
Yep, for sure.
yeah.
So what is your guys' goal? Like where do you guys want to take this?
We've all talked about it. For me personally, it has to lead to either a movie that Hawaii can be proud of, or like a TV series or something we can put up on Amazon that's consistent. Like there's Waikiki PD that's up on Amazon. So I was watching that the other day. I was like, oh, we can do something like that, like a short series. If not that, then like getting up on. For me personally, I want to get up on stage. Do some.
Oh, like live comedy.
Yeah, we've talked about doing live comedy.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Kind of like
Have you done that before?
Yeah, I did, but it was like the whole, man. I was. This was back in 2017, 2016, 2017, and I was looking up on Facebook like where to go for the comedy clubs, and it was just for me it was just super awkward because I was on my own. I took a step out of my bubble, and it wasn't local comedy. It was like I don't know, like mainland comedy. I don't know to explain it, but nothing was really local about it. Everybody was just kind of doing mainland comedy, and I couldn't latch onto it. And I mean, I sucked at it too. Like I went 3 times, and the first time it was to get out of paying for the parking ticket. Like you have to pay to park there or something, like when you go out, you have to pay like $10. And and the comedy show was $10.
Oh.
And they said and they had like 2 comics go up. It was a dead night.
Was this here in Hawaii or?
Yeah, this was Hawaiian Brian's, I think, at the time.
Okay.
Hawaiian Brian's. He said, "Oh, whoever wants to do comedy, come up. Like it's open mic night, and we'll give you your $10 back." And I didn't have any money on me to pay for parking. I was like, "Oh, okay,
I got to."
I got to. I look at my wife, and my wife just goes like, "Oh man."
One of us gotta go.
So I get up there and I do some stupid skit about like the defibrillators in McDonald's, how it's ironic that fat people, it's like they know you're fat, so they're just waiting for you with the defibrillator. Like I didn't get that reaction from the crowd, the laughter.
Oh,
like
crickets.
This is all before like I started getting comfortable with, doing stupid stuff. So, and then I went to 2 other clubs and it was just not for me. And my wife was like, probably don't do that. I was like, oh, okay.
Well, at least she keeps it real. Huh?
Yeah.
You get them next time. It's like, something else would be.
But now with coming back home, it's you see Tumua doing his thing, like Lanai's doing his thing up in Blue Note, and I'm seeing much more. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was there previously, like when I was trying to do it, but I just couldn't find it. And you see all these guys doing stand-up comedy now, and I'm just like, ooh, I've been writing down stuff, like taking notes on just things I think of that are funny, and oh man, I'd like to be able to publicly speak about it, in a comical way.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll test it out. Maybe. I don't know.
Take a shot, man. You never know. It could happen again. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just tank on the first try.
Yeah.
Like,
they know what doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but the guy is taking it to another level, right? He used to play football, right? For UH.
Yeah, for UH, from what I heard, yeah.
And then, are you friends with him? You do stuff with that guy?
I did a video with him. This was more him and Kaneke, the great kid. And I just played like a small role, but I was helping film on that one. and went over to his comedy show that he had like this. I think it was like last November or December, around then, and just got to link up and talk story for a little bit while he was taking pictures with everybody. But yeah, we always talk in the DMs, talking about what kind of software we used to edit, or like if we like each other's videos and stuff. So
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
he's pushing it to another level. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I always tell my friends, like in our group, a rising tide floats all boats. So when you see one of your homies doing good, it
Yeah.
inspires you or gives you ideas. It's cool if they collaborate or share their knowledge with you, so that kind of helps you get on the right path.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With content creating on Instagram, I realized the community kind of helps each other. From what I know, I could be wrong in other instances, but at least with me, like, oh, I have a question I can ask people, or I don't know if it's the same for you, but it seems like people want you to do good, I guess.
Oh yeah. I mean, you find the right people. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get those keyboard warriors
Haters.
that like to put you
Oh,
down.
yeah.
You know? But
Yeah.
like weeding all the people out, like I've been able to talk with Valiant, and he's been able to guide me. There's prime footage Germs from Big Island. He was up on Mauna Kea shooting with Valiant, and he's been able to kind of guide and direct me. Crichton Wale, he's been acting for a long time and just kind of being a mentor to me as well. So there's all these people that have just been able to, I've been able to learn from, regarding whether it's editing, filming, script writing, all those things.
Oh, so
So,
you're behind the camera and you edit it.
oh yeah, yep.
Oh, that's super cool. So you're like
Yeah, but like,
everything.
Dad, come on, bro.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all
Hey, I
trades.
need a producer, bro. I can't
Oh,
edit.
bro.
That's
Yeah,
super cool though.
actually, everybody in the group pretty much does that. Like everybody knows how to edit. Everybody knows how to film. Everybody knows how to either like when you have to direct and stuff. So I mean, we're pretty much teaching ourselves because nobody went to school for this. You know, it's just what do people like to see, and we're trying to up it slowly. You know, with everything. So directing, filming, editing, writing, everybody knows how to do that. Yeah, in the
And
group.
you guys put out content pretty often, huh? Like on the at least what couple times a week.
Yep, we try to. Just recently, we've been getting it. Well, since everything's been a little more lax, we've been trying to meet up once a week and just, okay, what ideas do you have? Boom, boom, and then just knock them out.
Oh, that's
And then
super
with TikTok too, it kind of makes it easy now. TikTok is just full of ideas, and TikTok's like everybody's redoing the idea. In my head, at
yeah,
least, that's what
yeah,
everybody.
for sure.
So just like,
And
oh,
the same dances.
yeah. So we're just like, oh, let's put our own spin on it. So we get a bunch of ideas from TikTok now. And then every once in a while, we just have one that we've been thinking for a long time. So we'll put them out.
So how did you get the confidence to start doing this? I always try to ask that because like when I first started doing stuff, it's like, oh man, I'm shame, or like, bruh, I wonder if people are gonna like this. And then it's like, fuck it, just put it out there. Like, were you nervous, or like were you kind of like hesitant, or just like, I got this, let's do this?
Oh no, I was nervous, bro. I remember, so when I was in Utah, I was with Yosamo and Creighton Wale and Easton James, Clowning 808. They reached out and they were starting this group called New Hawaii 808, where they just had all types of content creators from Hawaii. And it was a platform where we could all share our content and just, like you said, just build everybody up on that platform. So, and I was just doing stuff with Yosamo, but I was like, bro, like people in Hawaii won't really latch onto it. I tried, and people in Hawaii didn't really care for it. And so I started kind of moving towards the doing Hawaii-based content. And I was going, and then there was just that one video that popped off for me, and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm
Oh,
gonna start
nice.
doing that. Yeah.
That's what
Um,
happens. Sometimes it just takes one, huh?
yeah. So, but I mean, during that whole beginning of like just trying, I was not comfortable with the even up until the point where that one popped off, I wasn't comfortable. But I knew, like, you know what? I'm an idiot. People are gonna judge me whether or not I think I am, an idiot. But it just it gets to a point where you're like, oh, forget what everybody else says. What's the
Yep.
what's the point?
Yeah. People gonna
And
hate or they gonna like.
yeah, you don't want to get caught up in the whole like, oh, how many likes do I have? How many views do I have? Because that's what I did in the beginning. And I mean,
Mm.
obviously, as things grew for me, I stopped worrying about that. So consistency, I think, would be key. And like, if anybody wants to make videos and you get down about not getting enough views or how many likes you have, then you just gotta get past. You just gotta be consistent and get past that whole mindset.
Oh, that's some good advice, because some people can get discouraged. I
Oh
know some
yeah.
people, yeah. They put
'Cause
out 2 videos and nothing, and there's like, fuck it, I'm done already. Like,
yeah, you be putting out video and you're like, oh, this is fire, and then like 3 likes, one
yeah,
of, one of them being from your mom,
yeah, your cousin,
your cousin,
and he
then
liked it by accident.
exactly,
Yeah.
and then like a day later, someone who's famous comes out with something similar, and you're like,
Oh,
bro,
this
what the heck?
fucker just
What,
stole it.
stole it from you. You're just like, bro, I just did
Yeah.
the same thing. And then you just start getting discouraged. But I think just finding your niche and finding out like what makes you, because I remember in the beginning, I used to try to be like other people.
Mm.
Like, I remember watching Jesse I Am and just remember being like, oh, okay, people know this is funny. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try to do something like that. And then I did it and then it didn't pop off. And I was like, what's going on? But just finding your own thing and just being consistent with it.
So what, you always been like you always known that you're a comical, like from a little kid time, or like you kind of grew into it?
Elementary school, bro.
Oh yeah.
I got
Where'd you go?
Kapalama
Okay.
right over there. Well, I was gonna say Kenny's Burger House, but it's
Oh,
not
I know
McDonald's.
where that is. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And
Hey,
then
50 Cent Terry burgers after football practice.
the slush, was it the slush puppies or something like that? All the
Hello?
stuff.
Oh, okay. Raja.
So good.
Yeah, good. We're good.
Yeah, I went Kapalama, and then 6th grade, it was between me and George Martin, and who was like the comedian of the
Oh,
class.
okay. The class
So that,
clown
yeah,
champion.
yeah. And then people had to vote.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it was all the kids in the class had to vote. I think it was like, and it was an off vote too because it couldn't be even, or what was it? I don't know, but it was probably like
Wait. Your class had one election. Who was the funniest?
yeah. And I was in the yeah, and I was it was between me and George Martin, and it came down to this one girl, uh, Je- uh Jennifer Baldonado, I think was her name.
Oh shit.
Jennifer Baldonado. Or it might have been Jessica, I don't know. And so I was, I'm over there trying to make like, oh, I don't care if it win or not. And then she's like looking at us both, and I could tell she's like, oh, which one is cuter?
Oh, you had to wink.
Yeah. I was like, I don't care. And she's like, I choose George. And I was like,
Oh, fucking Jessica.
ruined my life that day. It was so much more funnier. But I wasn't always an idiot. I try to always make people laugh, try to make people smile, whether it's like doing some stupid noise or like some dumb dance as a kid. And I mean, even at Damien, bro, I was an idiot. That was
That's what I talked to you about. Since both of us went to Damien, so I gotta hear some stories about Damien because man, it's pretty hard to get away with comedy and being silly over there,
oh
especially
yeah,
when I was going. Like Coach Ino was your guys' dean.
yeah. He was Dean.
Oh yeah, how much
Mr.
times you was in his
Steiner.
office? Yeah.
Oh, too many times. Sometimes for no reason at all. He would just pull me in the office and I'd sit there for about 15 minutes to half an hour.
Well, Miss
He'd walk
Chang,
up-
was Miss Chang still the
Miss Chang.
She was the dean's secretary or something. When I was there, I don't know. She might have died after. I don't know. She was pretty old when I was there.
Oh yeah, she wasn't there for sure.
Oh yeah.
I remember
Well, it had the pink slip detentions. They still had the. Oh yeah. They gave them all to you at the end of when you graduated.
Yeah, but I wasn't
Bruh.
there. So graduation, you're supposed to turn in your suit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. I went to. So my mom's from New Zealand, and right after graduation, went straight to New Zealand and
Oh.
just hung out with family over there. But when I came back, I had to meet with Mr. Aina
Oh yeah.
to get all that stuff. But I don't know if he just forgot or because I was in his office a bunch of times. Ooh.
Bro, and they gave me my detention, like, so all the stubs that you had from freshman year to senior year, they kept them in your file and they give them back to you. Bro, I had on big brown envelope and it was like fat, like on pillow, and that was all my detention stubs. I was thinking, how much hours of detention did I do?
You create a queen size bed off those pink slips.
Bruh. We were the first guys to christen dragging the rubbish can around the cafeteria patrol your rubbish away for detention so you can shave off some hours at the beginning. Yeah, at the beginning of the morning.
Oh man, that's a memory that whole.
Yeah.
Remember that they have to like walk around, grab everybody's chair.
Yeah, yep, that was me, bro. I was the first one.
That was all because of you, huh?
Yeah, Coach Anna had me doing the dumbest like pick up rocks off the football field. I had to do that. Oh, you guys had that one too?
Yeah.
Rewrite the handbook. I had that one.
Oh my god! Oh, the handbook.
Yeah.
Wow. Really, yeah, for real.
Yeah. It's kind of
yeah?
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy now. You can't even say that. It's because there's girls there.
They still, I think it's still virilità, but they changed the meaning of it.
Oh, really? Oh, I thought it was a word, like a.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, because they always told us it means act manfully.
Yeah.
But then they switched it. They switched it to something else. Like they still have virilità, but it's like act responsibly. I don't know.
Cordially. I always wonder, why did they have to reinforce acting manfully? Like, what was everybody doing before that? Acting like a bunch of little
idiots.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, you guys had Damien dances, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. you know.
Yeah.
They were
my Damien dances consisted of, for one thing, I was like super nervous around girls. So I was on the side of the cafeteria just watching, hoping somebody would talk to me.
I was just waiting. Well, there's so many fights at the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of like what I would be there for.
Oh, back rows after school.
Cool. Back rows, everybody. And nobody show up. You just kind of like. Oh.
For us, back rows would mean like everybody in the whole school would find out. So when the two guys beefing would go, they would have all their boys, and it would be such a production. By the time they got to the back roads, all the brothers would know already, and the fight wouldn't happen.
Who's there now? Man, I can't remember. Brother O'Donnell? Was Brother O'Donnell?
Oh, he was right after. Did you guys have Brother Medved?
Ooh, no, maybe.
Oh,
I didn't try to get to know the brothers really. I
oh
was
yeah. I
try
know
to
they
avoid
might try
that.
to touch your booty or something. Bruh, tell me when all that Catholic school stuff came out where all the priests got busted. Bruh. I was trying to rack my brain. I was like, hold on, one of
Spotlight
these guys
or
didn't touch
yeah,
my
spotlight.
booty. Yeah. I was like, one of these guys didn't touch my booty. I can make some money with you. Sue these guys.
Ah, hey, let me try to remember a little bit
Yeah.
harder. Oh, bro.
English class. I don't know. What was that?
Man,
Something.
touch my butt for sure.
Yeah.
I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah. I know we can get busted.
I know. Oh, that whole place is on lockdown now.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly touched the booty.
Allegedly, guys. Didn't happen for real. This is just making it. I'm script writing right now in my head.
Yeah.
But that whole place is on lockdown now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know how we're talking about previously, but how you walk by the weight room in the front, and then you just
Okay.
go in from the front, yeah, over there. That's all gated up until the end
really?
of, yeah. And then you have to enter from the back where the chapel is, and you go down. You have to like scan in, take a picture. They give you a name tag and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that because of COVID or like just
Oh, that
how it
was
is?
that's how I think I don't know if it's the new dean or the new principal or whoever, the person that helps fund the school and stuff like that.
Oh.
I think he was looking at like mainland stuff, and he was like, "No, I don't want that kind of stuff happening over here." So,
I remember like a couple of times Farrington guys came down for beef.
oh yeah,
Never really got into like a shutdown.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's never that bad.
Maybe because get girls there. I don't know.
Probably. Mm.
That sucks though. We didn't have girls when we were there.
Oh,
I don't know. I might have more kids if that was the case.
That was kind of the best part though, because I remember freshman year, my parents sent me there, and I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, this isn't the way school's supposed to be. I'm supposed to be interacting with girls and getting more friends, stuff like that. But because the Indian classes, they're small. I think we had like 50 guys in our class.
Yeah.
And so freshman year, I was like super irritated and just like, I should be doing something with my life, mom.
Yeah.
But then after freshman year, I was like, bro, this is fun. I don't have to worry about like getting done up for anybody, and a bunch of idiot teenage.
The best thing I thought about being at an all boys school is, bruh, if you got a fart, you can just launch them in class because, bruh, no more chicks. You're not going to be shamed.
You get that one kid in the back that's high. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, we're the worst class. Well, you guys were probably bad too, but I think every class was just dumb in its own self.
Did you play football for them?
Oh, bro, I copped out, man. I remember going. Who was coaching? I think it was Coach Dean at the time.
Oh, okay.
Nakagawa or something like that. And I remember trying out. I was like, oh, okay. And then I just got lazy, bro. I'm lazy.
Yeah.
But I helped towards the ending, like senior year, I helped like the athletic directors. And then I led the haka for them. We did
nice.
The senior year.
Oh, that's cool. Who is the athletic director?
Not the athletic director, but the people that tape the hands.
Oh, yeah. The trainer.
Trainers, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But the athletic director at the time was it Dean Martin?
Oh.
Dean Martin.
Yeah.
With the ponytail, and then mustache.
Yeah.
Never changed his style for 40 years. That guy.
Yeah. No, not at all, bro. His brother was my English teacher.
Oh, wow.
Glenn Martin. Yeah. And then he used to coach basketball at Damon for a bit.
Oh, good.
Then he became a stevedore. Upgrade, huh?
Stevedore status.
Yeah.
I was in band. Oh, it just sounds weird to say, but I was in band for the whole 4 years. That's probably where I got my idiocy from. It's just
Who's the director? Aris. Was it Aris?
for
Santa
band.
Cruz. Yeah.
Oh no, they switched it up. They brought in a lady from the mainland.
Oh.
I forget, Jennifer Canales was her name.
What instrument you play?
I like know what you think I played.
I would say bass drum or tuba.
I would say tuba too.
Yep. They took one look at. I was like, and this is around the time that what's that one? Drumline came out,
Oh yeah.
and everybody wanted to be in Drumline, in the Drumline in band. So I tried out for like I think it was like one of the bass drums or something like that. She's like, no, you can play tuba. I was like, what? But no, they gave me that tuba, and I was like, okay. So 4 years I played tuba, and bro, here's a dumb story. Is I used to ride my bike to school because I just lived right next to Kapalama,
Okay.
right across where Camp Bowling Alley used to be.
Okay.
I would just ride my bike down, and so last class I had was band. I have my bike with me. I always put it inside the band room. I took it, and then it was the sousaphone, the one that wraps around you with the bell, like right over here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So I'm like, well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on my bike and play the tuba. So I'm riding my bike around the Damien Field, the sousaphone, and I'm just going boom, 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 boom. So I'm playing the tuba around the field, and you know how it used to have the hill, yeah. So the field had the hill that goes towards the classes.
Yeah.
So I'm booking it down this way, and I'm making my way down, and I go up the hill, and I start losing traction.
Oh.
So I'm trying to get up the hill, but it's not catching, you know. And the thing just starts going backwards, and I'm just fall down, and
you bust the tuba.
Yeah, but the tuba was already busted. So
yeah,
Damien's budget back then.
Yeah. I played band my freshman year. I played the trombone, and
there you go.
Yeah, the trombone was so dented and
1860s. Yeah.
I think it was the first one. Yeah, wasn't even brass.
Made of paper mache and cardboard.
It would have been better just playing a recorder.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah. True. But yeah, I remember all the teachers looking at me like, "Get to Birdie." You can see this idiot, you know, with a sousaphone around him. He's just like trying to get up the hill.
Oh, everybody had iPhones. That would have made it to Hungry Hawaiian. That would have been your first video.
Famous back then. So famous, but now look at me now, ma.
Yeah. So what else do you do, like other than content create?
Graphic design. So I went to BYU Hawaii, and
nice.
I got a bachelor's in fine arts. It was specifically on I can't even remember what it was. It was sculpting and ceramics. That's what it was. That was just
for real.
Yeah, bro.
That's your degree.
Yeah.
Oh, you could pinch pot fucking champ. Yeah.
Gold like status, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the song in that one? What was the song?
Unchained Melody. That's the one.
Unchained Melody. Yeah. Get this butt. But yeah, that's what I got it in. But in order to get that, I had to do graphic design classes, and I took like 3 graphic design. I took all the classes for graphic design that I needed, and it just stuck with me. And I used, that's how I designed the t-shirts for TNC. I created my own art, like how I was talking about, like the street stencil style art. That's how I started doing that. Created stickers, created t-shirts for myself, did a bunch of logos for a lot of people. So that's kind of, if I weren't doing videos, I'd be doing probably graphic design.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So your video and stuff is kind of like your full-time gig then.
That's what I'm trying to make it. It's kind of hard. I think with COVID, a lot of businesses, they shut down, and the businesses that stayed alive, they found social media as a as a networking platform, and
Yeah.
they're able to look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is basically free marketing. This is how we get the word out to everybody. So as crappy as the whole pandemic was, the plus side for content creators was that now all these businesses who never had social media are kind of forced into social media. And now
Yeah.
they're looking at like, how can we up our game? You know, how can we up our marketing? And then that's where we come in like a bunch of idiots, and they're like, well, you know, I mean, look at the Bradas, you look at Raps and all that stuff. It's great marketing. You just need to find a way to latch on to your local community, your local customers. And I think people are seeing that. I mean, we're not the best way to do it, but we're one of the ways to do it. And
Yeah, for sure. And it's kind of infectious because people will share it and then they'll share it, and
yep,
right, everybody wants to laugh.
yep.
It makes you feel good.
Especially with 2020, you know, everybody was
Oh yeah.
so negative and just throwing a bunch of, you know, friendships and families ended, and, you know,
Yeah.
over ideas and all this stuff. And we're just over here just trying to make people laugh, you know, because at the end of the day, that stuff doesn't matter. And just
Yep.
smile, you know.
That's true, man. And yeah, laughter is a healthy way to get through your life. You know what I mean? It's better than doing drugs.
Oh yeah. Some people would think we're probably on drugs, by the way. But you know, we're all clean. That looks me at least. Nah.
So what, like all you guys, how did you guys link up? Just through DMs and just through like, oh, I noticed your video, and then you kind of work from there?
So the main guys like Sarah, Russell, Ken, Jimmy, all those guys had created together before I even showed up. So most of it's just kind of like in the DMs, everybody, and then following, and and then I think New Hawaii too, when Crichton and Easton had created that. That was like we had our own message board and everything. We're just talking to each other, and you know, like, hey, I just posted a video. Would love it if you guys would just shoot over and comment on it or like it or anything, you know. So everybody was out supporting each other, and people got to work with people that they never thought they had the chance to work with, you know. So they had all linked up previously, and then I showed up, and they just welcomed me with open arms. So yeah.
So what kind of advice would you give someone trying to start out, other than like just taking a chance?
Put in the work. Just put in, like, as crappy as it sounds, you just gotta whack away at it, you know, because like I mean, definitely reach out and see if we have something for you, you know. But it's kind of weird when like people reach out. For me specifically, it's like somebody comes, oh, I like work with you. And I look at the page, like resume status, you know, I look at the page. Not saying that I would never be accepting of somebody that reaches out, but
yeah.
You know, like you want to see somebody that has done something, you know.
Yeah.
It's like going to a job with a resume with nothing on it, and just like, oh, I like being one of your videos, man.
Oh, you must get that a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm super flattered, but just do something and make it work for yourself first.
Show some work ethic. Oh.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, you have to have this many followers in order to work with me. It's just like, show me that you're funny, or show me that, you know, whether you can film or whether you can edit, or I just want to see something from the person that's asking. And I mean, yeah. I mean, just like going back to it, put in the work, be consistent. What's the other? Create a character, because most of the things that people don't realize is that what we put out on Instagram, on social media, is mostly character status, you know.
Yeah, that's not your real persona.
We're not always, yeah, we're not. I mean, some people are, but for the most part, I'll just speak for me. But like, I'll bump into people and they'll be like, "Hey, that guy from Instagram." Ah. And I was like, yeah, I am that guy. And I'm in my back of my head, I was like, I hope I'm the guy. Like,
I might be the guy.
I might be the guy, but I just like, yeah, I'm the guy. No, yeah, I'm super flattered, and I try to talk to them, like have a conversation with them, because I don't want to be the person who's like, yeah, I'm the guy, and then just walk away, you know.
Yeah.
So,
So you must get recognized plenty then.
I would say, like, every time I do go out, there's always either one person like doing this thing, like
Slip in the face, guy.
There's, and then I always get the DMs afterwards, like, "Oh, I saw you at Kim Shopping Center." I'm not complaining at all. I'm like super flattered. I'm just kind of giving you guys the inside scoop about like what happens afterwards. But so I get the DM where it's like, "Oh, I saw you."
He had on red shirt.
You was wearing a red shirt. You had this hat on, and then you was wearing the board shorts. Yeah. I'm like, "Oh, why you never just say hi?" And I tell them that. I was like, "Why you never just say hi?" And then I get the DMs that are like pictures of the back of my head.
You.
No context. No, they don't even say anything. It's just a picture of the back of my head.
Oh, that's how you know you made it, huh? You get stalkers.
The way I knew how I made it was this is so we was working with sorry, this is kind of going off.
All good.
The way how I knew I made it was we were doing a skit with Josh Tatofi, the Winter Wonder Tour, the one where we have to audition, yeah. So we did the whole thing, and we it was in like this recording studio, or like a practice studio where you can just play music in like the depths of Kalihi, like in the down towards by Alicia's Market, kind of like
okay.
back there, you know. And so we just finished up. We're packing everything away. We're putting everything inside. Josh is outside. Josh Tofi's outside, and he's talking to everybody. You know, all the guys. I'm packing stuff in my car, and this guy came out of nowhere, and he's like staring at me, and I'm right next to Josh. And he's staring at me. And it's like, "Hey, you that guy from the commercial, the Hawaii self-storage commercial, yeah?" And I'm looking at him, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's me." And I said, "Hey, bro, this is." I told him, I said, "Hey, this is Josh Coffee." He looks at Josh. He's like, "No, but you're the guy from the commercial."
He's like, "I don't care about him."
I made it. I love Josh, bro. He's crack ups, but yeah, that's the day I was like, "Yeah, I am that guy from that commercial."
Bro, I give a story about Josh when I was younger. I used to teach taekwondo, and his dad, who was in Capena, Tiva, right? Tiva.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know if that's the name. Sorry, I just want to clarify that. But
okay.
I know he talked about it previously. Yeah.
So I seen him at the gym recently, and super weird. We're in the steam room, and I know
Josh just comes up.
No, it was the dad. The dad. But it was kind of steamy, and you only supposed to have one person in there, but he just didn't walk in. And then I'm looking at him, and I'm like, "Oh, you look familiar." And he's like, "Oh, I play music." I'm like, "Who for?" And he's like, "Capena." I'm like, "Oh." I looked, I was like, "Oh." And then I asked him, I was like, "Oh, your son Tupo, what is he doing now?" And I had no idea that was the same person. Josh Tatofi was Tupo, the little kid that was smiling and laughing, and we was teaching taekwondo to. And I was like, wow, like he's like, I just didn't link it together. And I was like, what? That's him? And like, he's doing all this amazing stuff. And I was like, bro, I remember when he was a little kid, we was teaching him how to punch and kick. And like, now he's like so famous, like Grammy nominated, like just action. And I had no idea that was the same kid.
Just add that to the list of many things that Josh does.
Oh yeah, he's
wanted-
taekwondo. Him and his sister. Yep.
If they wanted to punch you in the throat, they very well could.
Oh, that would be
You have to call
damaging. That's a big
Taekwondo
dude.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, shoot, we've been going for about an hour. Let's see. Yeah, about an hour, man. Can I have John ask the question of the week?
Before I ask the question of the week, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, these are the best.
No, John. No, you can't.
Who are your influences local wise and also like, comedic wise, like, like in the mainland, like of all time? Who do you look up to?
So local is gonna be Raps, Bulaya,
Oh,
Frank
raps.
de Lima. All the OGs, Frank de Lima. Who else
Oh,
we got?
wait. Not to interrupt you, but Frank de Lima went Damien.
Yeah, graduated.
Did
from
he
Damien.
ever come to your lunches and do his spiel?
Yeah, you know how they have the senior luau or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, he came through. Yeah.
Right, he would come to our like during lunch at Damien
Never did that. He
and
must
go on
have
the
given
podium.
out.
Yeah. He's like dressed in drag and everything. He would come like, yep. Okay, sorry to interrupt you, bro. I had to.
No worries, bro. That just makes me feel like super jealous, bro. You didn't come and do that for us.
Yeah.
No.
You came as Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, Tina Turner.
Abdullah Fattah.
the huge clock on the
Yeah.
Oh man. Who else is in there? The guys from Booga Booga back in the day, they had that group, yeah.
That was good.
Who else? There's a bunch. And then right now, just all the guys, I mean, locally in like today, the Bradas, I can't forget to mention the Bradas. And they've always, I got to meet Tony, both of them actually, and they're so awesome. So much knowledge. Because once I got a hold of them, I was just like, okay, they've seen our content, and I just sat down with them and picked their brain about everything. Because
that's awesome.
They pushed it into a world where they can monetize off of comedy, in Hawaii. So raps as well, and yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, and then just all the guys I'm with, we're all in it together, but we're always trying to push each other and stuff like that. So that's, locally, and then just nationally or like worldwide, Chris Farley, Jack Black, Will Ferrell. Who else is on that palette? There's a few other people out there. Taika, director Taika Waititi, he's on there. So many, but once you hear Jack Black, Chris Farley, you already know. I'm just stoked by that guy. Adam Sandler, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are all guys I grew up with watching on TV.
So you're a comedy fan from at a young age.
Oh yeah, the whole back in the '90s SNL staff,
Oh yeah, that was flawless. Yeah.
Back in the days when everything you could just say anything. Back
oh yeah. Now with cancel culture, you do any little thing. I'm waiting to get canceled right now.
Pretty sure. I don't know why you would get canceled, but
pretty soon, bro. Maybe this episode will be the one.
John's gonna come through and cancel it.
Yeah.
Just joking.
So,
all right, man.
Question of the week is then go back to your Damien days and whatnot. What's the craziest story you've like anything you've seen craziest or been a part of in your Damien high school years?
Oh man,
what's the most nuts?
The tuba one was pretty up there. Damien dance, probably the Damien dance. Oh, Mr. Arna would grab kids by the ear,
Oh yeah.
I remember.
I got yanked.
Chris Ballesteros, I think was his name. Christopher Ballesteros. And he was pretty big. He was 6'2", 240, And he just grabbed him by the ear. That's not, he just yanked him and he's going up the stairs, up to the office. But it's a crazy story. It wouldn't, I have mine and then I have one that happened when I was there, but.
All right, let's hear it.
There was, I won't say any names, but it was both of my close friends. They cruising in the bathroom, and you know how they do. You just cruise, and sometimes you take going number 2, and you're just sitting down. And so they're sitting in the bathroom, and they're both kind of, you know, doing their thing. And you hear them say, I'll just say the names. Hey, who's that? Tyler? Why? Who's that? Oh, Cody? Oh, okay, yeah. And then all of a sudden they just start beatboxing, like, and then one of them like is adding onto the beatbox or something. This could be all, you know, my memory might be a little hazy, but they're beatboxing, and then one of the brothers walks by. One of the brothers walks by, and he hears all this going down. He walks into the bathroom stall, and so they're on their stall, like, and then one of the brothers just boom kicks down the door.
Oh, never had locks on those things either, huh?
Yeah. He knocks down the door, and it swings open, and one of them is just standing there, and he just starts yelling at him, like, get off the toilet, get off. And so he's like, oh, I'm pooping, what do you want? And then he goes to the other one, and he kicks that one open, and he tells them to stand up. And, you know, they're actually going number 2. He tells them stand up. And they're like, what? He's like, stand up right now. You guys are doing drugs. He's still like, what are we talking about? If you could just imagine, like, and they're both big guys. You know, you have one that's like 260, but he's standing at like 5'8", and then you have another one that's 260, and he's like 6'2", and he's telling them both stand up. So if you can just see like pants down, he's not even letting them pull up the pants and stuff.
Oh.
Allegedly.
See, that might be one of those stories.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly. And then just got, oh man, it's so many dumb things. I wouldn't say it's like crazy, but just so many dumb things. Like, one crazy one I would think might be crazy, but it was a Damien dance. All the girls from St. Francis came over. Most of them were friends. And there was one girl who just broke up with her boyfriend, and everybody, like all the guys knew about it. And there was one guy that was trying to like pursue her, like wanted to be the next boyfriend, you know.
The rebound.
And, yeah. And they were having they were drinking before the whole thing up in the parking lot. So he's all bust at this point, and he sees her, and he goes up to her, and he's like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that, but he just tells her, because she's been avoiding him, like just juking left and right. He goes up to her, and he's like, I guess you're looking for new D, you know, like, I guess you're looking for new D. And then she got like super pissed, and it was like, what? Why would you come up to me and say that? And so he walks away, and then he had brought these like 5 other people who weren't supposed to be there. You had to be like ILH or something, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
He goes to Damien dances. So he had brought, and they were all drinking before, you know, doing the thing. So they're inside there, and so he goes over to his group of friends, and he tells them, oh, this girl, she keeps dodging me, and I don't know why. I don't know why. Bro, you just did.
Because your game is weak.
Weak, bro, weak. So he goes up to them, and he starts complaining about her and just saying, you know, oh, she just keeps dodging me, and she said this about me and this, you know, just blah, 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 blah. And so they start to get pissed, and like these are like those 2 butchy girls, one couple, and there was like another guy that was in there. And so the butchy girl confronts the girl, the one that just broke up with her boyfriend, and she was like, oh, I heard you talking crap about this and that and this and that. And then you can just see in the dance floor things start to kind of widen open as things get serious. And I was outside talking to this girl, and I'm just, you know, just spitting game. And then my friend comes over, and he's like, bro, you got to get inside there. It's kind of getting heated. I said, what do you want me to do? And he's like, just stand there, you know. I'm like, I'm 6'3", you know. And so he's like, oh, just stand there. Everything should be good. And so I was like, okay, I'll go inside. So go inside, standing there, listening, and they're just going back and forth. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he just keeps going off. She keeps going off to the guy and like saying all this stuff. Sorry, I'm getting all backwards. Pitch Butchie this one. Oh, that's my
Oh,
wife.
someone ninjaing behind you. She could have.
That's why I got thrown off.
I see. I was like, what is that? She could have just walked. Oh, that was the best. John, you gotta leave that one in. Oh.
Let me go. That's why I got thrown off. I was like, oh, the girl. Oh, I saw her out the corner of my eye. I was like,
oh, that was the best. Okay, continue.
So the butcher girl's going after the girl that just broke up with her boyfriend. She's like, oh, are you talking crap about this and that? I'm standing there and I'm just letting them talk it out, thinking nothing's going to happen. And so I'm looking at my friend, and then I look over, and then the butcher girl just like turns and then just winds up, hits the girl in the face, like boom.
Oh.
And I don't know how, like, all I remember is putting her in like a choke, like, how you go over the arms and around the neck. I don't know what's that called. From the back. Yeah. So I saw the punch, and then my reaction was just like, whoop. And she's, this butcher girl's in my arms, just like, she drops to the ground. I just let her drop, and then I guess it was her girlfriend, starts like bull rushing me, starts coming after me, and I'm like ready, getting ready to go for it. But then my cousin, who goes to Damien as well, he jumped in front, and he knew the butcher girl's girlfriend or something like that. He's like, no. And so he was dealing with her, and then all the hood rat gang was like getting on, And so I ran after the girl that got hit, and then she's like, she's in the corner. She's like on the opposite corner. And she's like, what happened? And then cops came, and then.
Oh man.
Ooh! But then they booked it out of there real quick. Then the cops came again the next week to follow up, and I was like, I know exactly who it was. The one that went Damien with us all, and he was like talking his weak game, but that's one of the crazy things. I'm sure there's more crazier, but I wouldn't say it on camera. But that's kind of like, oh, that's pretty crazy. Or maybe that's just a day in the life of somebody that lives in Kalihi. I don't know.
Probably both.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, at least you never get whacked by the chick.
Oh yeah, ooh, bro, when it went down in history. Ooh.
I know, that's the worst. I got hit by a chick, but there's nothing you can do. Yeah, there's no winning. You can't hit them back, and you just got cracked by a chick.
She was butchy though. He's like, oh, you can't. Oh man, I couldn't tell it was dark in there. I
just went swing, bro.
So after the dance, everybody cleared out, and then they found like a cucumber, on the dance floor.
Oh, what?
A cucumber.
A cucumber.
For reasons I don't know.
So random.
Yeah, I'm sure something was just going around.
When they leave the house, keys, wallet, phone, cucumber.
It's cucumber. I'm sure never mind. I'm not gonna go into that side of the story, but yeah, I mean, that's it, John.
Yeah.
It's not as exciting as I think you would like it to be, but
that was good.
Oh, Damien.
Yeah. That's funny, man. All right, man. Well, frick, we've been going for over an hour, bro. Definitely appreciate you.
What's your story?
My crazy Damien story. Oh, bruh. Let's see. Oh, I got a bunch. Let's
was
see. The
probably like,
craziest thing I've ever done, and I got suspended for it, was one of the brothers had a toupee on, and I was in the front of the class, and I had this paper clip, and I fashioned my daughter's here listening to this, so she probably gonna think I'm nuts. I fashioned a little grappling hook with yarn. And they had a pen board, and I threw it, not thinking it was going to work. The thing caught the back of his toupee, and I pulled it, and it slid like halfway, and he turned around, and I was like red-handed with the string, and like, oh, brah,
wasn't expecting that.
The fear that I felt from the top of my head to my toes was like, there's no way I can I could talk my way out of this. Yup. He threw the pen. He was so mad, bro. But in his head, I don't know if he thought he was fooling anybody with the mop on his head, but now it was cleanly out in the open.
What was the class's reaction? Was it?
Oh, everybody just like nobody laughed. It was just like, like, bro.
Nobody.
I got suspended. My dad had to go talk to Coach Aina. Yeah. Oh, I honestly didn't I was just playing. Like I wasn't like, I was telling my friends, oh, watch this. Like thinking like not gonna work, I mean, it's not gonna land. Like, oh, brah, caught the mop and went halfway, kind of when the fryer tuck part, like the fryer tuck portion of the front went, oh, dude.
I can just see her laughing.
Yeah, exactly.
You just you cannot rule him in either.
Yeah, if I got it, I'll put him on. That was probably one of the dumbest things I've done. I've done a lot of dumb things at Damien though. I shot the fire extinguisher in the calf one time in the morning. Yeah. I never shot one before, and I just wanted to spritz them, because in the morning I used to get dropped off like super early because my dad had to work. So like, I was just bored, and I was like, I'm gonna shoot him just like on spritz just to see what would happen.
Bro, that thing.
And that thing just went, wow, like the whole. Of course, I standing there red-handed. Everybody knew it was me.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
Yeah.
If I ever decide to rob a bank, I'm not calling you up.
Oh, no, don't. We both going down. Yeah, me and Coach Aina was pretty tight, bro.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I'll tell you something that I did, which I haven't really told much people. So Coach Aina, he would grab one student out of the calf and make them go and grab his books and whatever he had, and take it up to his office, and he give you the key to the office.
Yeah.
So back then, Damien had all the lockers were a key lock.
Yeah. Yes.
And Coach Aina had the master key. So I took the master key. He told me to do that. I took the master key, and I went to Sears that day. I caught bus Sears, and I made a copy. The next day at lunch, I told Coach Aina, I was like, oh, I seen what he was doing. So I was like, oh, I'm going to put your keys back up. And then he said, okay, take them. And he, I put the master key back on his keychain. But I had my copy. I still get them, somewhere in there. And bruh, all the guys that was dick to me. I think I was like a sophomore. I switched lockers, like I switched their locks like all over the place. Like, so I put the guy I didn't like, I would put his lock on like someone in the other building and switch him over. Like, So they would know I would take like books and like homework, and like I had the legacy key for all the lockers. And I didn't tell
You
many
still
people
have it,
because I
so-
never like get caught. I still have it. I don't know if it's the same one, but yep, I had it
all the way
and
through senior year. You just
yep.
just did that. Huh?
Yeah, I remember I stole somebody's cologne one time, and they fucking were
Ooh,
super
Rez.
mad.
Somebody stole my, or not stole. Well, somebody took. I brought my ukulele. That was the bad idea.
Ooh.
'Cause-
Yeah, I wouldn't get too crazy like that. I wouldn't steal that, but
but
yeah,
somebody
Homer.
Lani Kai, by the way, if anybody's watching this,
Oh yeah.
from a Lani Kai ukulele, 2005.
Oh, watch it show up.
You know?
Pristine.
Yeah. That's crazy, bro. That's like,
Yeah,
nobody ever was like, "Hey, somebody's switching our locks."
no, bruh, nobody knew. Like, how would anybody ever figure it out? And I knew one thing growing up: the less people who know, the better off you is. I learned that at an early age.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's perfect. That's the perfect crime.
yeah,
Nobody knows.
yeah.
Wow.
I just had to have the balls to take Ina's key.
Oh yeah. You just
And if
over
you
there
know
with-
it, yeah.
And then what was that? If you knew it. Oh,
If he knew it, bro, I would have been in big trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Picking up rocks off the football field for 2 years.
Be coming over in the morning and just dumping rocks just for you.
Yeah.
To pick up.
Yeah. I bring my own rocks. Look like I was doing something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's next level.
Yep. If I known you back then, I would have hooked you up with the legacy key.
Oh,
I promise you that I have it somewhere around here. I kept it like all these years.
Might as well go back and check it out.
Yeah, see if it works. Same was the American lock was like on gold one.
Yeah.
Looked like on box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the I forgot already. Damien.
Yeah.
They just dropped our parents just dropped us off and let us loose
Yeah.
at a Catholic all boys high school. Bro.
Yeah. Shirt and tie, huh?
Shirt and tie. You get any
Yeah.
whiskers on your face, you better pluck that off.
Yeah. Fortunately, at that age, bro, I didn't even have nothing. Barely had on my olos.
Then you have the guys that graduated and are like coming back with their facial hair to show it off.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah. Full, long hair, everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know what's crazy? I lost my class ring like my senior year, and I got a call maybe 3 years ago, and it was turned into Damien High School, and it was found at Cam Shopping Center. Like
So all
random.
these years. So 3 years ago.
Yep,
So
3
it's
years
been
ago.
there-
A long time. Like couple decades, yeah.
Maybe somebody was just wearing it this whole time and they lost it or something. Or maybe it
I
got
don't know.
like jammed between. Well, that's crazy.
It's super crazy. And the only reason why they knew is, of course, the class. And on the inside it has my initials, TP.
Yeah.
And I was only TP that year.
Oh,
So
did
they
some-
called me. Yeah. So they called me and I'm like, hello. And they said, oh, Damien High School. I'm like, there's no way I can get busted from you guys now.
Yeah, we found out about the master of the key that you had.
Statute of limitation was way past. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I have it, and I didn't even have it my senior year. I lost it like right when we got it.
Some CSI stuff right there.
Yeah.
You know, you had somebody in the thing like going through the yearbook of the.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, man, thanks again for coming on the show. I've been a fan of all your videos, and like I said, bro, I shot my shot hoping you'd respond just because I thought you'd be a good conversation. Come to find out you grabbed Damien, and that kind of links us together, bro. Like, and yeah, I'm super stoked you agreed, and yeah, I'm wishing you guys all the best, and I hope you guys have amazing success. And I'm kind of looking forward to see what you guys come up with in the next like year or so, and I want to have you back on, and we could talk about like how much more you get recognized and shit.
How many more pictures of the back of my head though?
Yeah. But yeah, I appreciate you coming on. That means a lot, dude.
Thank you for reaching out. Always down. Thank you so much.
Right on, man. Anything else, BBJ? All good. All right, Shaka for the camera. Right on, man. Shout out to the Artist Groove Network. We're out, bro. Aloha.